5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You now rocking with the best.
I'm back and we live and Memorex. Anyway, welcome to the show, man. Welcome. It is another edition. I'm shooting. Let's show I got some drinks for me. Yeah, I'm here, man, at the waterfront, man. I decided to do something different, change the scenery, come out and be alive, man. A lot of us did not make it today, and we've lost a lot over the last couple of weeks and so on and so forth. But yeah, we're here. So with that said and done, man, we gotta press forward to the mark, man. I'm back, man. I know I took a break, needed to do it. Just so y'all know, I am here. You know, I posted something, man, last week about a gentleman, man, who got into it with 12. A lot of us have this understanding that we can stand and defend our homes, but the Second Amendment is really not friendly to private homeowners. I want to touch on it tonight, but I want to keep it light. I want to have some fun. I'll just say before the week's out, we are going to get into it. We're going to crack that nut. I just know that for all intents and purposes, man, the brother stood his ground, and it seems like he's going to lose this one. He didn't get killed. He survived, and he's now being charged with aggravated assault. Shame, and they're sinking the max. What I do believe is I think that he would end up copping to something lesser and get hit with a lesser offense, give him their pint of blood and move on. Yeah. Once again, welcome to the show. But what I am going to talk about is anybody watch The Chi last night? That's a hell of a show, man. That is a hell of a show, man. Yeah. Shout out to Lena Waithe and Common and all the producers for that show and the writers as well and the actors. Hella show, man. I truly enjoyed it. The brother said something, man, that was profound in the show based on that actual thought or talk or conversation that was said between those two people, and I'm gonna get off into it. Yeah, man. That was the realest shit. That's all I can say. That was real, so real. I'm gonna let a few people get in the room, man, before we share the topic and get off into it. I think that I owe it to everybody to have an opportunity to be in tonight so we can enjoy this topic. Yeah. There we go. If you like this, man, share it. Go live, man. Tap your friends into it. Let's broaden the conversation. As I always do and always say, man, this is not my platform. This is yours. I'm merely here working it. We're just here to have a stimulating conversation. And yeah, this is our platform. We can come here without judgment, be who we want, say what we want, and have a good time, man. Life's too serious, man. We come here to laugh and enjoy and be who we're gonna be. Let me matter of fact, I'm not gonna hold it up. I'm gonna type the topic in the Instagram first. Okay. There you go. Here we go. Let me go ahead and put this up. Now, we're going to wait for some other people to get in the room before we jump into it, but we're going to get into it. The topic of the evening is, what is considered cheating, and do men and women have two different definitions of what that is? That's the topic tonight. Some say yes, some say no. I want to hear what you got to say. Because based on that show last night, there was a whole lot of misconceptions and different opinions and thoughts about it. If you haven't been watching the show, the young guy, Emmett, and his wife is, they're young, but they've been married. And the thought was, I guess Emmett cheated, and he was honest with his wife because he wanted to come clean and do the thing right for once. So they had their differences in the discussions, and the wife said, hey, well, why don't we have an open relationship? But the precursor to that is that she had already had interest in someone, and that was just the nail in the coffin to get her out the door to the guy. This is where we talk about the differences and the nuances and what definitions are in the cheating, right? So she went to the guy she already had interest in and stayed with that guy. There was no other hookups with her. Well, there was none recorded. And yeah, she threw it in his face. Emmett, that is. While Emmett continued to have multiples with, other females and so on and so forth. It never got to the point where he was satisfied with that. So he woke up one day and said, hey, it's not working. So Tiff said, no, she likes what she likes the arrangement. So I guess this went on for some time, right? So her choice of guy is enjoying their arrangement. So last night, Tiff decides to ask him, hey, what if I leave Emmett? What would you do? And the brother said, nothing. I like our arrangement. I don't want to mess that up. And I said, wow, that's the realest shit I heard. What he said was, I'm your nigga, not your husband. When that nigga acting up, I'm that nigga you call. When your son need a quick haircut, I'm your nigga. Basically what he was, as she was saying, if a nigga ain't doing right, I'm that nigga you call. And that's as far as it goes. Based on that, she made her choice to go back home to what she knew was true, I guess, sure. Emmett was there in her corner, pressing her for weeks to make a decision or a choice that should not have to be made. If you got to make a choice for somebody, again, God damn it, they're not for you, or you're not for them. If you're not the first choice and the only choice, unless that's something that you all have in place going in. But to stay on topic, if you saw the show, that's not the only situation that Tiff had gotten into. Seems that she had acquired a situation or a entanglement with a business partner. Yeah, the last 17 seconds of the show showed her getting up out of the bed in the middle of the night, leaving Emmett in the home to go and meet this other guy. I say to you, she's trash. She's garbage. And yeah, she's trash. She was always that way. Some of you may beg to differ, but I don't, because I remember the precursor to their relationship. When they met in a shoe store, or excuse me, we first saw them in a shoe store where Emmett was buying shoes, and she pushed the baby in, demanding that he give her money for a son that at that point in time Emmett wasn't certain was his. And I guess if there's any question, I guess it's based on what we believe or perceive to know about an individual's character. So she was out there anyway. Which goes back to a saying I always say, man, honesty saves so much time. So much time. If you're a hoe, go on, be a hoe, man. Don't profess to be something that you ain't. Oh, someone's you're jumping in already. Someone said no, she found out Emmett banged yet again another woman, and she opted for an open marriage to give access opportunity to act on the attraction and advances of her weed client that she in fact clearly was attracted to. See, right now, Miss quote unquote intelligent person, you have proved the point in the thoughts that there are differences and nuances between men and women when we talk about cheating. She didn't react until Emmett acted yet again, banging another woman, and he did confess to her, offer that act after the fact, excuse me. But because his conscience was eating at him, knowing that that same woman was now banging his dad, working in the kitchen and building an alliance with that woman. You know what? It still doesn't negate the fact that Tiff had already set her sights on Dante. Whether she was acting on it or not, there was a like there. She wanted this motherfucker. That's what made it so easy to go. This is what I mean. The conversations is this. Let me say this. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, my child is in the room. It's different. Women cheat emotionally before they cheat physically. Yeah, see, my baby's yeah, goddamn it, right. Yeah, I raised you well. Men can cheat physically without it ever being emotional. Yeah, that's my blood. Come on now. Come on, you gotta say it again. Say it, damn it. Yes. So you see, that's the whole point. We fuck for fun sometimes, and I'm just saying it. And a lot of times it's different nuances. It depends on the guy. He could be a fucked up dude, meaning he's feeling some fucking way about himself, insecure or whatever. So he's overcompensating. All right. But at the same time, he can have his shit together, and it's merely a sport. She's a sports fish, as it's been stated. So he's gonna throw that back at some point in time. There's no real commitment, but he can get pussymatized where he don't want anybody else to have it, but he really doesn't want it. So he's gonna do enough to stay around and keep it. Prime example, i.e. Dante. He likes what he got. He don't want to mess it up. He always wanted to hit it. He got his opportunity to, without the commitment, based on some unraveled feelings and emotions about someone's position in their relationship. Okay. So the difference is a woman, fellas, we all know this. When she fucks up. She doesn't fuck down. Meaning on experience, on character, on physicality, whatever it is, she's going to speak better than you. Because if it ever comes out, she needs to throw that shit on you like hot coals coming from the barbecue grill on 4th of July or Juneteenth, excuse me. So the emotional thing is there. So because Dante wasn't feeling that, because he recognized that she was trash, at the fact that you want to fuck with me while you married. I could never commit to you. You trash. You garbage. So I'm gonna fuck on you, and then I'm gonna send you home to your husband, just like he said. I'm your nigga. When that nigga fucking up, I'm your nigga. You call me. When you need something and he ain't got it or he ain't straight, I'm that nigga. Yeah. But here's the thing, fellas, you can fuck many. And a woman is a little stronger. She may get past the infidelities once or twice because the merits are this. It ain't, she understands that the nuances are not there to govern a relationship. There may be some oat that you sowing, but she got you. You hers. But if she finds out that you have professed those emotions for someone else, run for the hills. Run for the hills. Run for the hills. Go check in. Do something. Because you ain't going to be safe there with her or around her. Because honestly, get back as a motherfucker. You can fuck many, but she ain't got to do but one to kill you. I.e. retrospective of the show. How you walk back in my house after fucking your nigga and tell me, oh, and he eats pussy better than you. Wow. Wow. Now I don't hit women, but some shit like that, if the emotions are there, hey man, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. That's subject to get both of this wired and you push down a flight of stairs. Because what you've done, you came in and wagged this nigga's dick in my face. I'm sorry. I got to be honest. That's what we're here for, right? That's what we're here for, to be honest, right? Let me see if my baby will come talk to me. Just be yourself. It doesn't matter if it's good enough. Well, while we're here, man, welcome. Hey, baby girl. I guess I taught you well, huh? Did you see the show last night? Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought it was, we had to talk. This was one. I mean, confident. He was so confident. Nothing. I don't want to mess what we got up. I'm enjoying it. Because after I touch you, I can send you home. Don't forget your ring. You got to take that back with you. How was Vegas? Good. Well, we out here. Anything you want to say? Any questions you got for me? All right. I love you. Bye. Yeah. Press the X. If you're just joining the show, man, the topic tonight is what is considered cheating? Do men and women have two different definitions of that word? What is considered cheating? Do men and women have two different definitions of the word? I say the action is this. Conversation or time you spend connecting, and that's your business too, but you're making a connection. That's cheating. If it's about some money, let it be about the money. Yeah, that's my opinion. I'm sure people have other opinions. Welcome. If you're just joining the room tonight, man, the topic once again is what is considered cheating? Do men's actions speak louder than any words you could ever utter? And I say this: if you're willing to pick up a phone or make a move to go and sit down or have a meal or take a walk with somebody, you trying to get to know that motherfucker. It ain't just no, I'm fucking with you for something. I'm trying to make a connection. If you're already in a relationship, none of that should be going on. No one should be touching your person. Everyone should be arm's length. I'm not hugging you. Ain't no. You're gonna get the pump. You're gonna get the handshake. That's about as far as it's gonna get. Anything else, that's a violation. That's just me. Now, I mean, just courteously speaking, being courteous, I don't think that's nothing wrong with that. But some may. Some even take it to the point where, to the max, where they feel that they're single until they're married. How does that go? Is that I don't know, man. I feel if you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. The white boy killing me over here, y'all. Killing me. Killing me. I'm about to go run him up off of here. So if I step away from here, don't hold it against me. Yeah, I might end up on Mill Road. So, yeah. Kenny is up the street, so he'll be down here with me in a minute. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Once again, if you're just joining, the topic is what is considered cheating, and do men and women have two different definitions? We talked about last night the Shy, where the American couple had an open relationship. He wanted to stop the open relationship, but the girl decided to make a choice to go and ask the guy that she was creeping with, what would he do if she decided to leave her husband? And the guy said nothing. He liked the arrangement. That's it. That's all. Because he didn't see anything in her anyway. So, that's safe to say. Someone said, I believe two individuals in a relationship set boundaries for what they are comfortable and uncomfortable with. Any breach of said agreement is cheating. Now, the question is, do most people have those conversations before they get involved? Most don't, because they're caught up in the let's go do thing. Let's go do. Let's go eat. Let's go party. Let's go something. As opposed to saying, man, let's sit down, let's talk. You want to take a walk? Let's walk by the cemetery where I'm going to put you at if you cheat on me. Jokes, man. Come on now. Y'all got to lighten up. Yeah. You got to have those conversations. That way you've had the conversation. If you haven't had those conversations, you can't lay any claim to anything. What can you do? What can you do? Yeah. Welcome to the show. I'm back. I'm great. Topic. What is considered cheating? Do men and women have different definitions of that word? Cheating, deception, being deceptive, deceiving.
Set of boundaries, a set of things that they're either comfortable with or uncomfortable with. It really just depends on who you're involved with. Before getting into a relationship, to make sure that the things that are acceptable to one are going to be acceptable to the other. That way there are no violations of that trust. A lot of sometimes people don't do that. We just go off of our own expectations without having that conversation. You know, people even say, well, that's a given. Things are a given, but they really are not. Like, you have to be in the relationship you are in. You can't base it off of any other relationship, any past experiences, because you don't know what this person has been through. You don't know the type of things that they may have experienced and liked. So all of those things, I believe, are conversations that you have to have prior to deciding to get in a relationship. You know, one person may be cool with their first love from high school, and it's just a, you know, a pure friendship thing. But if the other person doesn't understand the depth of that relationship or respect it enough to be comfortable with it, you have to give that person an opportunity to decide for themselves that, look, I may be in a relationship with you, but this dude that I've been knowing since high school, my first love, he ain't going nowhere.
Well, your track record is your own, but yeah, it should be fresh. A lot of times that shit bleeds over in different aspects, but it shouldn't play a point where you are questioning about your loyalty to who you're with. I guess if you have the conversation, we all are aware and we all know what we need to know in regards to healing and moving. But some of us are just whores. Some of us, we like variety, and I think that those people should be seeking people who want that same variety, you know, as opposed to trying to get with someone who wants, or excuse me, who doesn't need that multiple transference of emotions and spirits and company.
No, I get that. I mean, you even have situations where, you know, I know some women who believe they can handle certain interactions with men, but they believe that their men can't handle that same type of interaction with a woman.
Right.
Like, yeah, I can have male friends, and I know how to keep them at arm's length or at bay and not cross the line, but I don't trust the man enough to do the same type of thing, when in reality, it's still energy that you're giving to a person outside of the relationship. And like, I don't even remember the dude's name, the one that she was selling the product to, that she really liked. You know, he was waiting for his opportunity, and not even the basketball guy, the one that she, I believe, fell in love with him. Dante, right? I believe she fell in love with Dante, and she was expecting, or she wanted something more from him. But he would be like that male friend just waiting in the wings for some type of situation that he may not even want anything serious. He's just looking to smash, and he got what he wanted.
Of course, but that reverts back to a previous show we discussed about keeping doors open. How much energy it takes.
Absolutely.
What's the real motivation behind a motherfucker sitting back being your friend while you in a marriage or you in a serious relationship with somebody? Those are the true, as he said, I'm your nigga.
Right.
I'm your nigga. That's what he said. Yeah, when he acted up, you called me.
Right.
He didn't want you. He wants the toy. He wants you to get his toy. He wanted to toy with you.
I respect his honesty. I believe, you know, for her not to get caught in that situation, you know, the same way we're saying those are the conversations you have early on. Even though he was a jump off, you know, unfortunately, it was one person that she was spending time with. The amount of time she was spending with him, the things that they were doing, it wasn't just sexual. They were hanging out, having fun. You know, she's enjoying the things that she's seeing, even though she doesn't get to see him the amount of time that she sees.
He gets the fun without the responsibility of it all. And when
he
it gets too much fun, all right, I'm going on home. But what's the little SpongeBob? I'm a head on out.
I'm a head on out.
I'm a head on out.
He was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you know, again, I'm the fun guy.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I came not to do it. I thought it was some real shit.
I'm not mad at him.
That was gangster.
Honest with her. You know, at that point, she made her decision.
Hey, her decision was fucked up. Trust me. He told her what he wanted the first matter of fact, the first time he was ever being seen. He said, "Look, I want to, because I know he ain't doing that right. Man, I just won." And he told her. So what she got caught up in, that was on her. I guess her hurts and whatever else. Victimization of Tiff.
I don't even know if it was that. I think it was something fresh and new. You know, it was something that wasn't tainted from the beginning. I mean, it was tainted because it was what it was, but she didn't have kind of in a position that he had some of the things that she already wanted, and he was knocking her down good, you know, and he was able to hang out with her. He didn't have the same, he doesn't have kids, or we didn't get to see any on the show, so those level of responsibility.
He was available.
Just
Available. He was available at her disposal.
Was at her
Availability
disposal.
is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Absolutely.
Well, I guess she got her feelings hurt and she went home, and I want to choose you, Emmett. But you know, the thing is with her is when they were sitting on the steps, right? And he said, "Well, what you want to do? I don't want us to be with nobody else." She paused.
Okay.
She paused. I'd have smacked the spit out of her mouth because I'd have known she was some shit. You still shitting? I'd have gave her a diaper.
Wow.
Straight up. Because trust me, the minute she said, well, you know what, let's say we'll try. We'll try. But this is how it is in the real world, though. There's a difference.
People have a problem with honesty. That's what I don't get. I mean, we're adults. Like, you want to hold on to me and hold on to the world, too. We can't do that. Just say what it is. Like, if I'm in a relationship and, hey, my man wants to do whatever he wants to do, go do that. Just let me know so I can make the best informed decision for my life.
Exactly.
Don't have me out here agreeing to some shit I wouldn't agree to.
Well, you know, hey, some people want to control what they want to control and hold what they want to hold.
Absolutely.
They got that kind of time.
They do.
But see, her anger, and this is my question. Does the anger or disdain drive a woman to go and do that? Would it do that? Or would it get her to the point where she was willing to shore up herself and to be with herself before she was able to, or willing to go and be with another man to show something or prove something to the person that hurt her? That's my point. That I'm like, wow, you know, if it comes down to it, is she strong enough to say, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna go fuck that nigga. Fuck this nigga, and I'm gonna go do me and get my life together, get me together for the one that's supposed to be for me. Someone very wise told me, even with a woman, if a motherfucker set her pH off, he ain't for it no way.
Hey, I have told friends that a lot of times. If he's setting your pH off like that, then guess what? He is not for your body. Is trying to tell you something.
You got that dirty dick.
Hey, sometimes it ain't even that. Sometimes it's just not y'all chemistry. That's chemistry what it is.
Way off.
Is way off, and you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. Hey, I believe in that. I do.
Massengill like a motherfucker.
Hey.
Yeah.
You got me doing some stuff to correct it. That something ain't right.
Not right at all. Not right at all. But is there a difference? Answer this question. Answer the question or the topic. Let me hear your opinion on it. What is considered cheating? And do men and women have two different definitions of the word cheating?
It depends on who you ask. I think everyone has their own definition. What is cheating? Any breach of whatever I agree to. I say these are the things I'm okay with. These are the things I'm not okay with. I can add and subtract at any time. As long as I'm letting you know before an action and you reach what I'm not okay with, I think that's cheating. Men and women have different definitions. Again, it depends on the purpose, but the person. If we're just talking about in general, I would say yes. I think men, or the men that I know, I believe that, you know, it's the emotional attachment when it comes from a woman. You know, like you always say, men can just have sex and there's no emotions attached. If a woman has sex with a man more than once, she went back because, I mean, yes, Steve could be phenomenal, but if you keep going back, you're going to eventually get attached in some type of way to that person. You like the way he does this to your body. You know, are y'all hanging out? Are you able to talk to him? Because it's going to be more than just, I think, a smash and leave. It's not like you don't know the dude's last name, you know. So if it's more than once, I believe that there's something there other than Steve that she likes.
Right.
You know, for men, they don't have to have that emotional attachment. And a lot of times when you talk with women, it's more so, you know, oh, you slept with someone. For me, a violation is if you are emotionally attached to a woman other than me. For me, that's worse than you smashing her. You know, if you get emotionally attached to someone but you never slept with her, you should have.
Right. Okay.
You know, but a lot of men can smash with no emotion, so I don't know. Is it something that y'all consider cheating, or is it just the emotional aspect of it?
Okay.
That's a question for you.
I have to respect your position on that. Your thoughts, your womanly position.
Right, but now I'm asking you the question.
The differences.
No, like, do you believe that if a man just, I mean, of course it's cheating, but is it a smaller violation if you just smash and you don't know the chick's name? Or
No.
is it a bigger violation if the man is, you know, emotionally attached to her?
Well, it's
Or is
all
it
a
both the
violation.
same?
You know, I mean, if you're saying you're committed to somebody, it's all a violation. But
Right.
the difference is this: what I've found is that there's different offense levels. Anytime you question a man's manhood in comparison to another man, that is DEFCON 1. That is offense level, threat level 1. Okay. That in itself is like that cardinal sin. There's no get back. Because we as men, we know that you all don't. Let me put it this way: a woman's need factor, to me, this is my position. A woman's need factor, especially when she's in a relationship and she's not receiving things, it is a lack of things that she's seeking. Whether it's attention, whether it's affection, whether it's the finances, whether it's the security. Those are the things she's seeking first. The sexual stuff, that's just way down the totem pole. And I think that, for me, what I've understood about it is that when she steps out, she's seeking those comforts that she's not getting at home first. And if those things are just genuinely not say genuinely, let's just say they're readily available to her, her comfort zone is established in that person or that individual. The enjoyment, the comfort, the that warm and tingly thing that y'all get. So it won't even be for me, this is just my opinion. It's like on the show. It won't be something that you just jump out and do. When you do it, you feel like you've exhausted everything that you can exhaust. You've taken as much as you want to take, and fuck that shit. Now I'm gonna do me. That is what makes the offense level so high when a guy or a man views a woman cheating, because you chose this motherfucker.
But you also have to understand it wasn't a first choice. I think it's more of a last resort, because a woman is going to communicate verbally and non-verbally the things that she needs. It's up to her partner, you know. All she can do is put it out there. It's up to the partner to respect it enough to want to be the person to fulfill those things. It's also up to her to be woman enough to communicate, look, you're not giving me what I want, so I need to go figure out where I'm misstepping and we need to end this. Because the way I see it, if a woman's basic needs aren't being met, right? Being heard in a relationship, we don't communicate, you know, that security aspect, feeling like I'm important to you. For me, my body is not going to respond to the man. Period. It is not going to react. It's a mental thing for me.
Right.
So I shut down. So at that point, once mentally I'm shut down, it's time to move on, because that's, for me, that's a hard thing to turn back on. Once I feel like I've been mishandled in a way where we're not connected anymore. I think that's another important thing, just to be connected to the person that you're with. Nothing else works.
Right.
My body is not going to respond. It ain't going to react. You ain't going to be able to get nothing wet. Like, it is not going to happen.
Thus they say, if I got to put some put on it to jumpstart it, it's over.
It's over.
It's bad.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time. I truly thank you. Someone said
Great
mishandled. Okay. Facts.
Yeah. Don't mishandle me.
Kimberly Sweet 23 says she is correct. Okay. I'm getting educated tonight. I'm in school, night school. Night school. If you're just joining the show, man, the topic tonight is, what is considered cheating? Do men and women have two different definitions of that word?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and next out. Let somebody else get on.
Thank you. Thank you for your
All
time.
right, have a good one. Of course.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Well, if you're just joining the show, once again, man, the topic is, what is considered cheating? Do men and women have two different definitions of the word? Well, I can say this. A lot of times actions are guided by past feelings, past emotions, past actions. The things that have happened to us in our past, and, can very well govern what we feel and view and do. Wow. It's a shame that we have to go through things to. Matter of fact, I'll put it to you this way. I was telling somebody, man, if you wrote a book or you did a seminar or some shit, you can pay people for your mistakes. They're willing to pay you for the mistakes that you made to make their lives better. And that's real talk. So with that said and done, even with relationships, you think about it. How many mistakes have we all made? Numerous. And think about when you finally break up with somebody and you really look at the individual, you ask yourself, what the fuck was I thinking? I can't get the time back, but god damn, what was I thinking? Yeah, it happens. Were you willing to sacrifice yourself, your self-dignity, your self-worth? Are you? If so, then damn. That shit gets old, man. Especially the transference of spirits and emotions, man. Don't that shit get old? That shit gets old. How do you purify yourself? How do you change yourself? Let me see if I can get somebody else, man, and give me a different perspective. A-Rock just joined the room. You only live once is in the room. 80s Rockers in the room. Welcome, welcome. Kimberly Sweets, the Real Readers in the room. Ms. Deshawn Ray is in the room. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Good evening. Awesome. The topic: what is considered cheating, and do men and women have two different definitions of the word cheating?
Yeah, I think most people have a different version of it. Everybody, is looking for something different these days. So I believe that a lot of people, have arranged. You go outside of that arrangement, whatever the agreement was in the beginning, that could be considered cheating. You know, if you're in a full blown marriage, then that's the rules that each other that you put on each other. If you go outside of those rules, that's considered cheating. So yes, I do think that men and women, both have different views on what is cheating. I believe what the young lady said earlier about the emotional connect for a lot of people is the main thing. Sometimes the physical thing is bad, but if you've already emotionally connected to someone, you already left that relationship. Physically, you might still be there, but emotionally, you already left. That could be considered cheating. Or, for some people.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
With regards to that, right? Do you honestly believe that women have more resolve with the emotional selection of who they regard or give regard to themselves to than men?
I think it depends on what's going on in the woman's life. Sometimes women, we are very emotional creatures. So sometimes if you're with a woman and she's going through some things, she might just do something just to satisfy herself for that day or that night.
Right.
She might do something out of the ordinary that she don't even would normally do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She might wake up in the morning and regret it, or she might wake up in the morning and say, "Hey, I'm a grown ass woman. I was allowed to do that, whatever she wanted to do."
Well, but, like the lady said, women can have one-offs too.
Right.
But it gets dicey, I guess, if they go back for more.
Yeah, if they go back for more, then like she said, I believe, it was something there that they liked. It was something that they hadn't had in a while. That is the reason was drawing them back.
You feel that's usually a pre-established thing by conversation or interaction?
Everything. Different people are so different with different people, and sometimes you might just have somebody that has just that don't have attachment, that don't look at you and feel like they need so much from you. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you with a person, and you might be in a relationship with a person that's so freaking needy, and you have to give everything you got to that person. And when you meet somebody who don't need you for nothing, but willing to just spend some time with you, and you can just be you. You might just be there just for that. It might not even be for the sex. It might just be just for the company of feeling you don't have somebody just dependent on everything you do, all of your needs. Actually, what is it called? Like they soaking up your energy. Sometimes relationships can be like that. And some people might they might be just stepping out because it's like, for goodness sake, the person that they're with has soaked up everything they got. They just trying to find a happy medium for themselves. And it may not even, and this is the sad part, some people become what you call collateral damage, and they don't even know it. You just using them for what your needs is. So I told somebody the other day, I feel like everybody is using everybody. Some people might say, "Oh, I don't want to be used," but guess what? Hello, everybody's using everybody. I don't care who you are. You in a relationship with somebody, you using them for whatever, and they using you for whatever. So it doesn't always have to be a negative thing. Sometimes it could be a positive thing. But at the end of the day, everybody's using everybody for something.
Well,
I think we really got to be honest about that.
As humans, we're considered parasites. We feed off each other, emotionally, spiritually, financially. It's just what it is. We all need each other to survive. At some point, we have to have that stimulant. But the thing is, as I stated, or someone stated earlier, and I always state, honesty saves so much time. If you want to be out there, or at least let the individuals know what you are seeking to do, so that they can make a better judgment, as opposed to making them unwilling or unknowing, rather. That's it. Because if you fought against it and they still did it, but unknowing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. Do you think that couples that have been married for quite some time and they decided they want to bring another person in on their, into their relationship. Do you think, and the wife is allowing that, and apparently they have talked about it, and they're okay in order to get to that point where they decide, yeah, we want to bring somebody else in. So do you think that that's cheating, or what do you think that is?
No, I mean, if it's agreed upon and it's open,
Okay.
you're swinging at that point.
Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah.
I know some swingers. I know some good old swingers. I've been swinging for years.
Right, and they don't. So do they not believe in cheating, or do they think it's just not cheating?
No,
or?
they don't think it's cheating. They think that they're swinging. You know, there's parties and events. They travel with that shit, a whole bunch of things. So, you know, if you playing, you decide to play, I decide to play. We meet each other at the end of the night. We leave that shit there. You know, a lot of times people do that. But their rules are have been put in place to say, well,
Right.
we can play with this individual, but we can't go back and play with this individual after night. And if we play with the individuals beyond that evening, it becomes
That's cheating.
an attachment, and you cheating and you bringing them into the situation. Now, unless you have a polyamorous relationship, then, you know, you're going to have some problems. And you live in poly, then you know the rules and you live accordingly. Somebody's got to be sub and somebody's got to be the dom, all of that good stuff. So, yeah.
Right.
If you just
I
join
have
the
one
top,
more question. I have
Yeah.
one more question. So what do you think about the men? I believe that I would say consider a sort of an alpha man that can actually handle more than one woman and can handle them well and keep everybody happy. So do you think that that's cheating?
repeat that question again. Let me.
So you know how? Okay, so I was saying I was thinking maybe an alpha man, because it's got to be a strong man, right?
Okay.
That can actually handle being in a relationship or having relations with different women at the same time, but being able to keep all the women happy and content.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be considered would he be considered a cheater or what? I mean,
Well, if all the women knew and agreed to that situation, then no.
and everybody's happy.
If everybody was happy. And that's a lot of work. I'd like to meet a motherfucker like him.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a hell of a man right there, to keeping all the women happy and understanding each woman's temperament and understanding what's going on with each woman and how to handle each woman. That's a hell of a piano player.
See,
What
but the thing
you
is,
know how to play all them keys at one time and make it sound like harmony.
yeah, but the thing is, a person like him or her, because that goes both ways. Those people are emotionally disconnected. It is merely everybody or every person. The individuals have in their minds an individual or a person. They can't find all these qualities in one person, so they build a person. They build this person in all these different people. This one strokes my ego. This one is good in business. This one's good in bed. This one can cook. This one can bear children, whatever the case may be, and vice versa. And they compartmentalize the emotions that they have when they deal with each one of these people. Some may know about it, some may not.
Right.
To me, that's a scary individual, because those are the type of people who are considered actual sociopaths. They can go out and slaughter some shit, come sit down and eat a spaghetti dinner and sleep like a baby, like nothing ever happened. I.e. the show. Think about it. Last night, the last 17 seconds, when she got up out of her bed after making that further commitment to start over fresh and new with her husband, she was already talking to the dude when she walked down the stairs after making that commitment. Yeah, you know, we talking about the business, and the guy's like, you know, I like to be hands-on, and she's flirting, but you can't be so handsy. And boom, middle of the night, she up beating her face and getting the lipstick on, getting dressed, and boom, go to this nigga's house to get the old poke stuffings. Yeah. That right there is the type of individual that is treacherous, but that goes on both sides of the spectrum. Yeah. So I don't know. There are differences there, but I think that the fine line is this: cheating is cheating. Those that say eating ain't cheating, that's cheating too. Goddammit, it's cheating. I thank you. I thank you for coming on tonight, sharing your intellectual thoughts with us. I thank you.
Thank Thank you for having me.
Have a good evening. Just touch the X at the top there.
Well, I'm back, damn it. And I'm here, and we're going to ride on out on this one, right? This week's going to be very, 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 very light. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy. We're going to laugh a little bit. I don't want to touch too much serious stuff. I mean, I will in and out. I'll just put my thoughts out there and I'll keep it moving. But we're going to keep the conversations right here, because I think if we're building foundations together as men and women, I think we'll be better as a community, understanding and being respectful and appreciative of who we are and what we have in each other, and giving each other the consideration and credit that if you're feeling some kind of way and you got some sort of funky ass crazy desire, and you let your partner know, man. If you like midgets, some shit, let your partner know. You want some peanut butter and whatever the fuck it is, then let your partner know. I think that giving them the credit or the opportunity to be a part of what you are and what you're doing could strengthen your relationship. But you know, shit is a shot. It's dark out, shot in the dark. It may hurt your relationship, but the question is, what does your relationship mean to you? If it means that much to you, or the individual means that much to you, you'll share it with them. I'll say this, man, and all you're getting, just like tonight, get understanding of who you are and what you are and what you want and you desire. And you got ideas and dreams, man, keep pushing. You're not crazy. Hey, they thought Noah was crazy till it began to rain. So, man, keep pushing, keep striving. And yeah, love y'all, man. We'll be right back here tomorrow. Maybe not right back here, but we'll be back here tomorrow, man. For tuning in. Share it, man. If you like this, man, go to YouTube, subscribe, click the button. Your pages, it'll come right to you. Just click the link and you're already in. Share this, man. Share this with your friends. Share it. Post it on your pages. All that good. Let's make it happen. I'm Romello Marcellus. Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective.
It's the biggest boss
From business, entertainment, love, and life,
Had to find my inner power.
to fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. Now rocking with the best.